Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your Florida Panthers franchise mode. Here we are in the year 6 off season, and I just thought it'd be nice to be able to look back here and to see the dynasty that we've created. I don't think there's anybody that can argue that 3 cups in 4 years is not a dynasty. Not to mention, we appeared in every one of the finals. Yeah, this team is amazing. I mean, I don't think there's any arguing with that, but I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret here. This is going to be a long one. It really is. I think I'm going to do all of the off season in this video. I'm not sure. I might cut it. Depends on how long we go, but this has also been the off season that has taken the most work to just find, like, just searching up players and looking at overalls and trying to think of what I want to do to be able to keep this team competitive. Because flat out, we can't keep Matt Barzell. We can't. All right, that should be understood right now. Okay, but there was a couple of pieces that I found that'll be interesting. Um, but yeah, this is going to be a year of turnover. I don't believe we're going to see Owen Tippett on the team anymore. You know, he hasn't produced very well for a sniper. Um, I don't believe we're going to see Colton Parayko, as I think he got kind of replaced this year by Cameron Reichel. So there's a few things that are going to be changing. You know, I don't know if Anthony Duclair will be here even, as you know he's needing a new contract next year. So it's going to be a year of change, that's for sure. But don't worry, I'm here to right the ship. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and look through the awards, because I know it was a big year for us. Obviously, we won the Stanley Cup, won the President's Trophy. Calgary obviously won the Clarence, but we also won the Prince of Wales. Again, obviously. If we go to individual awards, Huberdeau with the Art Ross and his second Hart Memorial Trophy. His second. And Quinn Hughes with the James Norris. This is why we got him. This is why we acquired Hughes, because we didn't have anybody who could do this for us. Lady Byng going to Huberdeau as well, and Almond getting the Calder for his or as a rookie. Love to see it. Barkov with the Conn Smythe, which is nice to see because Barkov he hasn't really gotten the awards that Huberdeau has, but it's nice to see that he's finally getting somebody to or people are finally starting to see that he plays a big part of this team. Vesna going to Sorokin as well as the Jennings. Bill Masterton going to Sundin. Gagne winning the coach. The Jack Adams, rather, my apologies. Ryan O'Reilly cranking out another Selkie. Huberdeau with the Ted Lindsay. And Milan Voracek, the man that we had to face in the finals. The man that is actually out of contract this year. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to that. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at for the NHL awards. For the AHL, the Calder Cup champions are the Chicago Wolves. The regular season champion was the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, as well as the Eastern Conference regular season champion. The Western Conference regular season champion was the Ontario Reign. Chicago Wolves winning the Central Division, the Reign winning the Pacific, the Bridgeport Sound Tigers winning the Atlantic, and the Cleveland Monsters winning the North Division. We won the we ended up winning the East, which is beautiful to see. Honestly, it's really cool. Chicago obviously won the West, and then ultimately they won it all. Woodworth here wins the most points. Bluger with the MVP. Most goals going to Nazarov. Woodworth getting the most outstanding rookie. He would be someone to look at, honestly. I'll have to take a look at him. Letouvery? I'm not sure how to say that. But he has the best defenseman in the AHL. Hofer wins the best goaltender. The playoff MVP is Logan Barnage. Woodworth getting the Sportsmanship Award. Thilpula getting the Involvement with the Community Award. One of the I believe this is the goals against average one going to Tarasov. Woodworth getting the most points again, obviously. So those are your award winners for this year. And what a year it really was. I mean, this was the we are going to come back and we're going to show you that we deserve to win. The this was the year that Florida needed to prove that they are a dynasty, that they didn't get a lucky run, nothing along those sorts of lines. So we go into view contracts, and it's going to be a big year. It really is. Obviously, we have to figure out how to sign Aaron Ekblad. The Juice and Smith, I'm probably going to bring back. Lassie Thompson as well. Tukio honestly might get a spot on the fourth line. He very easily could at 77. If he works on the penalty kill, he could go on the fourth line. Lutz and Thorne will both play. Billick will play. Raleigh will probably play. And then we're actually also going to sign. Where is he? There he is. Sparks as well. Sparks is also going to play. But with that being said, we're going to look at the players all together here. So I don't want to look at in the system. I want to look at main roster. Okay. So if we're sorting by cap hit, right? Barzell at 10.5 cannot stay. We cannot afford it. Not with the contracts of Bryson Barney to pay, Cameron Reichel to pay. Almond, fortunately, we got on a really good deal for I believe that's 8 years. So that's beautiful to see. But we have those two guys to pay who are going to be big, as well as a couple of guys that I'm going to target here in the offseason. But we'll get to that at the draft. We'll talk about them. We're still looking good in goal. In the system, though, I think it might be time to move on from Wallstedt and give Ryson the AHL backup job. I really do. It's going to be time to move on from Wall. That's not a question to me. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about heading into this. Fortunately, I already did go through the draft class and just marked some people that I think look like they're in the range with potential to be elite for the most part. So if we look here, Tulipov is a goalie in my favorite range of like 100 to 150, and he's got the elite. Obviously, we know Brunette is in that. I think that's the fourth round, and he's medium, or he is the medium top four. Quincy is already marked as a gem, so I'd bet he's low elite. Like that makes sense to me. Liam Lidstrom, the only reason I really have him marked is because of the name, Lidstrom. Sorry, I'm a Nicholas Lidstrom fan. If we get the chance to take him, I'd like to. If not, that's cool too. Bowmeister, again, another goalie with that potential in the range. Park, again, potential in the range. He's also supposed to be a grinder, so that's lovely as well. Kadri, guaranteed. Hensick is the reason that I picked him in this second round, I believe it is, to look at, is he's a grinder, and that really makes me think he's going to be that. He's going to be that elite. So then we also have Castles, who could be it in the range again, the elite potential. So you all see my reasonings. You all have, we've talked about this, but we all know what the main thing is. It's going to be what happens with Matthew Barzell. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I would suggest go get a snack, go get something. I myself have a cup of lemonade here. It just turned midnight, and we're gonna crank out ourselves one heck of an off season. So this is how the lottery shapes up. Arizona looking like they have a couple picks up there. That's nice for them. The Islanders moving to the top of the draft. Good for them. Montreal sliding back a little bit. Minnesota. Pittsburgh slides back. Ooh, St. Louis gets really screwed there. Dang. That's tough to see. Anyways, though, let's keep it moving. I don't need to look at scouting again. Let's view the retired players here. Ooh, Gino. That's a big one. Bergeron, Eric Stahl, Dustin Brown, Captain Keith Yandel. Oh, man, you hate to see that. It's all right, though. It's all right, buddy. I get it. It's been a long career. Do you make the Hall of Fame? Probably not. Do you make the Florida Panthers Hall of Fame? No, we'll see about that. We will. At some point, I'm going to give you guys a chance. Between this and the start of our NHL 22 franchise, I will give you all the option to vote on this. So, Evgeny Malkin here. Again, not much needs to be said about him. 15 almost 1,500 points, excuse me. Broussard, Wheeler, Shea Weber, Dustin Bufflin, Frolik, Simmons, Krejci, Turris, Letang, Johnson, Subban, Petrie. A lot of NHLers really calling it quits this year. You hate to see it. You really do. EJ Brody's 35. I don't know. I don't know why I thought he was so much younger than that. May only be midnight, but I'm still tired. Anyways, let's keep it moving here. Eric Staal is now a coach for the Senators. Good for them. Good for him. I'm going to grab a drink real quick. There we go. I don't need to conduct draft interviews. I know who I'm looking at. So it's a big, big moment here, ladies and gentlemen. It really is, you know. It doesn't get, like, there's not many things you can do to shape a franchise more than trading a player of Barzal's caliber. I mean, ultimately, it's a huge thing to do. So, with that being said, let's hop into the draft. So, when I was thinking about where I wanted to trade Barzal, somebody popped into my head. Obviously, I'd love to just go, hey, do you want to give me Voracek for him? They can't take the cap space. They can't. So, that's unfortunately not going to work. But Montreal. I was looking and I saw Fata and I was like, man, that'd be nice. But then I was like, well, he probably hits 86, 87. We're right there again. And I can't afford him long term. What we need is some people that'll stay on that third line for a long period of time. And I was looking and and then I saw Cole Caulfield. He's got 2 years left, so I'll be able to re-sign him this offseason in free agency. He's 84 overall, low elite for 24. If I could sign him to a 6-year, $3 million deal, keep him on that fourth line, that would be amazing. I would absolutely love that. And aside from that, you know, I don't need your 8th overall pick, but how about your first next year? How does that sound? And then, you know, if I remember correctly, I tried for a 3rd, a 4th this year as well, because, you know, obviously we want some depth picks. Oh, excuse me. So if we throw Barzal in there, let's go ahead and let's see. There we go. Honestly, I might. I wonder, can I get your other 4th as well? I mean, I know that the trade already happened, but can I just? Hey guys, if I gave you Wallstedt, would you do that? Can't do that. Cool. Yeah, I'd really like to get this to go through, to be honest with you. Like, I love the 4th round, so it's kind of why I'm trying to push to get this to go through. Reject it. Oh my gosh, don't be picky. Don't be those people. We all know those people. Don't be them. What if I threw in? I don't know. Who do you even want? I'll throw in Rally. I mean, he's not gonna be much, so. There we go. Cool. So we got that 4th. I'm ecstatic about that. I really am. But, you know, not this or not necessarily this current off season, but in the upcoming off season, we're gonna have big people that we have to be able to move on. So, you know, there's just a lot that needs to be done, that needs to be changed. And I think that the first thing I'm going to do with that is I'm going to step back here, you know, and we are going to look, is there anybody with multiple picks in this round? Because I'd love to be able to get multiple picks in this round. San Jose. What can I trade you for your second? Because I want to move my first back to get more picks. Could I get 102 and like your 3rd and your 2nd for what is it, 30th or 31st overall? Would you do that? Rejected, just a touch, huh? What if I'll get rid of the 3rd and I'll add another 4th with that? How does that sound? Would that be better? Accepted. There we go. Okay, cool. So I'm ecstatic about that. And there's the first overall pick, Maramaki. I feel like that J is silent. That's got to be Maramaki. Center, playmaker, elite potential for the New York Islanders. Good for them, honestly. I want to see them get better. I do. So what else do I think I need to take care of? So we're gonna have to obviously go about building that third line. There's a couple pieces that I saw around the league that I think could fit it, similar to Cole Caulfield. One of those pieces being on the Wild, being a center. Oh, who am I looking at? Who am I looking at? It's Kovanov, 25 years old, 2 years left on his deal as well. 83 overall. I think that he could be a beautiful fit here. So we're going to look at him, and we are going to try to give up what exactly? That's the question. We'll give up Solis and Wallstedt. Because if I remember correctly, Minnesota, in terms of goalies, they don't have much. They have Hunter Jones as a starter. They have Doby as a backup. I mean, Bjork is getting their backup AHL minutes. No. So I'll give you a backup AHL goalie who can try to plug that gap a little bit, and a potential guy. So let's see. Does this get it done? It does. There we go. And I understand that probably looks like we got fleeced. Don't worry about it. Really, it's not a fleece job. I can promise you that. We will be okay. And the final, we're going to simulate this pick here. Rudder, defensive defenseman, right? Or is that offensive? That's offensive? Defensive, okay. Defensive defenseman there to the Washington Capitals, 79 overall, medium elite. Big piece. I can't really say anything there aside from that. But the last team that I wanted to look at, and this is another piece that we're using to build our third line, is the New York Islanders. I know that they have their first overall. They have a lot of talent here. They really do. You look at the overalls of their forwards. They have a lot of talent. They really do. But with that comes the fact that, they could use, first of all, they're going to be losing Nelson and Hurdle, potentially Wallstrom, potentially Bellows, potentially Sod. They have a lot of pieces they're going to lose. And with that, obviously they have Everly. I wanted to take Nolan Foote off their hands. And I know what you're saying. Oh, you're going to take somebody that they want off their hands? Really? I'm going to give them a top-line sniper who's there for at least one more season. He's guaranteed to be there for another year. So I don't feel bad doing that. I really don't. And with that, let's see. What rounds don't we have covered here? We have many fourth-round picks. We have the 5th and 6th that we need as well. So I would take your 5th. Oh, you have the Tampa Bay 5th. Okay. No, there's your 5th. What am I saying? 5th, 6th, 7th, and give me a 2nd next year, along with Nolan Foote for Anthony Duclair. Would you all do that? Accepted. You're going to do this before I change my mind about it. Well, when he walks away from you all in free agency, let me know. As I said, though, this means that our third line is now, it's put together. Kovanov, Caulfield, and Foote is going to be the third line for this upcoming year. And I feel comfortable with that. I really do. I think that those all have the potential to be extremely good for us. If we look at the forward core here, we're going to sort by overall. Barkov, Huberdeau, and Denisenko, that's going to be your top line. Your second line is going to be Barney, Almond, and Reinhart. Caulfield, Foote, and Kovanov is going to be the third, with your fourth being the same as what it has been. As you all have probably noticed, the outlier here is Owen Tippett. I don't know what we're going to do with him yet, but I don't want him on this roster. I don't. I want the cap space. I don't want him. Parayko is in the same boat. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him yet, but I'm going to do something with him. So, with that all being said, I do actually have a trade in mind for Parayko. Sarno, an elite defenseman, 80 overall, two-way defenseman, picked by the Arizona Coyotes. Good for them. They need to rebuild, so that's good for them. I do actually have a certain trade in mind, though, with the Dallas Stars for Colton Parayko. So if we look at their defensive core, right? We look at it. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the wrong team. I was like, wait, the guy I was looking for isn't here. They have a lot of guys. They really do. They have 85 overall. Nichols, Gustafson, Letty, Butcher, Sider, Wallander, Hronik, McIsaac, Chlowiski, Jones, Nyquist even could get playing time in the NHL if we're being honest. Honestly, I might want to take a look at Nyquist. He looks pretty solid. But so we look at all this, right? And what? Their highest guy is an 85 overall. We're giving them Colton Parayko, who is an 85 overall, who can play those big minutes with Cade Nichols, which is going to be big for them. I believe his name's Cade, right? Yeah, Cade Nichols. So he can play those big minutes with him, which is going to be huge for him and his development. That's a guy you can learn from at 32 years old. He's a 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. He knows he's doing something right. I mean, that's a guy that you can stick around with. But the guy that I want in return is actually Caleb Jones. And I know you guys are probably saying, "Oh, why you want Caleb Jones? Like he's not even that good." Well, if I can get him at that contract, that's what I would prefer. Now, because this does look extremely one-sided, I'm going to see if I can just swipe away Nyquist. I can't. What if I just remove Nyquist altogether? That's rejected. Okay. So we will come back to that after the draft when we might have more to work with. But I'm not willing to give up anything else right now. So let's just go ahead and let's get into drafting. So we go to pick number 47. Okay, some decent picks ahead of us. Let's see, who do I have pinned around here? Who's the next guy that I have pinned in general? It's going to be this elite grinder. Well, potentially elite. We don't actually know, but yeah, even Chan looks. Yeah, no, I see. I don't like when grit is one of their weaknesses, especially for a defenseman. Like, I think we're gonna go with Hensick. Let's see, medium elite grinder. What did I tell you all? It just made too much sense. It made too much sense. Pick 69 is where we're going. Nice. Nice. Okay. So Lidstrom is here, but who's after that? Kadri. I'd rather get the goalie and just make sure. I'd rather make sure that we get an elite, and I'll take that. I don't care. I will take that. Okay. So let's move on here. Who's up now? Okay, so it's gonna be Brunette. I'm happy to take Brunette there. After that though, who is next? Who is next? Honestly, I might take Lehman here. I didn't even see him when I went through it earlier. So next one is Castles. We're gonna take Lehman. Low elite, let's go. 56 overall, low elite. We'll take that. We will definitely take that. And I think even with this one, we'll be able to get Castles, so that'd be great. Let's see, you got Castles here. Sweet. Let's go. Medium top 4. Well, that worked out better than I could have imagined. 4th round, let's see. Who's next on the list? Tulipov. Goalie, probably medium elite if I had to guess. Medium elite, let's go. Man, this has been a great draft this far. This might be my best draft yet. Park. Oh, yeah, he was a grinder. So let's see. Can we get him? Does he work? Top 6. We will take it. We will absolutely take it. Let's go. 6th round, 8th overall. So let's see here. Who is next? Anybody? Lebedev? Medium elite. We'll take a shot on goalie. I didn't see him earlier though. Backup. So as you can see, that strategy doesn't always work. Sometimes it does bite you in the rear, but it's okay. Again, we will take it. No questions asked. Let's go. Okay, so Quincy. Well, we'll make sure that we get Quincy, Make sure that we get him low elite, like it said. And for the last pick in the draft, who do we take? Actually, before we go through that, I just want to take a look at a couple of players. I want to look at the top 10 for one. So we go to the top 10 here. Maramaki, Reuter, Sarno, Roloff, Schneider, Tyrell. Ooh, they messed up. They messed up. They took Schneider over Tyrell. Man, Arizona with one heck of a draft. 280 overall elite players. Love to see it. Man, Fitzmaurice even was pretty solid too. Yeah, some solid players up here. Really, really solid players. Grinder in the first round. You don't normally see that. Low elite, 77 overall. I mean, don't get me wrong, the overall is nice, but low elite, oof, that's rough. Yeah, another low elite, and he didn't even have the overall. Grinder, yeah, this looked like a weak first round. Second round, yeah, Ovechkin would have been nice. I wish I would have realized he was a grinder. I would have picked, or well, I would have at least paid attention to him. Let's see here, some decent players. Decent players. Honestly, this draft looks pretty solid. You know, obviously you have Hensick, who I'm hyped about. See if there's anything that we really missed out on here. No, I think I would have took Hensick over all that. Shiov, Clemenson, Wilm, Ortio. We took Kadri. Lidstrom went next, and he was elite. Wow. I should have trusted my gut. I should have trusted my gut. Oh, man. Top 6 potential, or low top 6 potential, though. That's not bad. Man, that hurts, dude. That really hurts. Cause I thought he was gonna be good too. Cause like the last name, and well, that was pretty much it. It was just the last name. I can't act like I knew too much about him, you know. I think that we definitely had a great draft though. Low top 4, that would have been nice to grab. Yeah, I think oh, that would have been nice to have. Pierre Zabotella or Zabotel. That's a weird name, but that would have been nice to have a top 6 player there. That would have been nice. Although we still got one in Park, so it's all good. Ooh, Bowmeister. Dang. Okay, another goalie was elite. I guess I picked the wrong one because I picked what's his name? I don't know. No, I picked him next round. That's right. So looking down here, anything worth taking a look at? Oh man. Yeah, no, nothing really that great. Ricky would have been good, or Richie. I'm not sure. That would have been nice to have though. Going into the 7th round, obviously Quincy was ours. Lemaire, that would have been nice as well. Bunch of bottom 6s. Yeah, so that's how the draft played out. Obviously, there was a couple players that we missed. You know, you're never going to be able to get everybody exactly right, but I feel like we had a really, really solid draft. So, McEachran, let's see, can we get you to be low elite? Low elite, let's go. Nice, nice way to wrap up the draft. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, had to take a drink. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do it. We're just gonna get into it. So, we have a lot of coaches to resign. That's right. So if I remember correctly, this is gonna be, just like pretty much everybody. 4 years for Byron Bukestad. Obviously, we want you back, bud. We want the entire coaching staff back. I mean, let's just be real. They're all pretty great. I don't know that we're gonna be able to keep the AHL guys though, unfortunately, because I know they're gonna want NHL roles. You know, and if we can get somebody to accept early on for the coaches, we can try to move some stuff around. You know, like I had before, and we'll see what we can do about keeping them around. But I don't know that they're gonna want to stay. Yeah, it'll be all right. We'll figure it out. So we go to scouts to see who needs a contract here for the scouts. 3 of them. Damp House here. Cool, cool. Wall. Sweet. and Rivera. Johnny Rivera. Ooh, what a name. Anyways, so that takes care. Yep, we just did the scouts. Cool. Resign phase. We got a lot of people to talk about here. So let's go to contracts. Okay, we currently have 43 contracts on the books, all expiring. We do have $13 million in cap space to be able to be able to re-sign people. So that's pretty big. I don't want you on more than a 1-year deal. I'm gonna be just frank with you. We'll give you 1 year, 12.75, but next year I'm gonna need you to want to re-sign so we can actually get you done long term, man. All right. The juice, we want you back. Yep. Giovanni Smith, you're only 27. We'll get you on a longer term deal if we can there. Lassie Thompson, I'd like to keep you for a few years here. Thank you. Tukio, course. Lutz, course. Thorne, of course. And Billick, of course. Go to goalies. We're going to cut Wall here. So this is what we're looking at currently. Yeah, so let's see who accepts, who declines. Big off season here. Aaron Ekblad, please, man. Bugstag accepted. Good. Delise accepted. Lovely, lovely. Redenbach accepted. Yeah, those AHL guys, they want NHL jobs, you know. Oh, excuse me. One of the scouts accepted. Another one of the scouts. DeJuice is coming back. Aaron Ekblad is back. Okay, good. Lassie Thompson is back. Giovanni Smith. Billick, Thorne, Lutz, and Tukio all coming back. Let's go. Okay, now the other thing I want to do, we only have 46 contracts currently then. So I want to look at defenseman, unsigned. I just want to go ahead and get Sparks on contract. Okay, we want to make sure that we're playing him. He's going to be playing with Billick. Okay, so we're going to go to advance a day. Okay, we got Damp House, good now. Got Sparks, okay. We're going to go over to the coaching staff, and we're going to try to move some pieces around so that we can get some guys get some guys onto this, you know, onto this coaching staff to accept their contracts. Let's see. Come on. We'll give you 1.5. How's that sound? Go ahead and we will advance. Advance, come on. Okay, we got him. Good. Go to the coaching staff now. Okay, perfect. Melnick, NHL head coach. Give you 1.75. How's that? 1.76 really. Okay. We will advance a day here. Accept, come on. Advance into free agency now. Oh, he doesn't want to come back. Okay. That's fine. We're going to go to coaches so we can get Melnick. Oh, it's tempting. It's really tempting, I'm going to be honest. But here we go. We'll give you all of the monies. Every last dollar of the monies. All right. You know, this coaching staff has just been so clutch. They've done such a good job for us. They really have. So now I actually want to look at the contracts, and I want to talk to some people about extensions. So Caulfield does want to extend, as does Kovanov. Those are huge. Those are absolutely huge. So let's talk to Caulfield. Let's see, bud. What do you want? For like a 6-year deal, 3.2, or excuse me, 3.4. So let me see. You know, because I think I wonder, like even an 8-year deal, what can I get you to sign for? 3.675, 0.5. That'd probably be about 3.2. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do it. 3.2 here to Caulfield. And Kovanov, I mean, man, we could get him pretty long term, honestly. I wonder, 3.225 times 0.85. I don't really want to pay you that much. I mean, that'd be 2.8. I'll give you like, can I give you like 2.85 for 8 years? Because those would be, again, those are massive deals if they go through. Absolutely massive. Just out of curiosity, what does Cameron Reichel want? 6.5. That's about what I expected. Bryson Barney. So this is probably the ideal contract for him right here. We're gonna offer it because I know he's gonna have a big season and he's gonna want more, and it's just gonna cause problems. So, oh, you actually want like actual NHL money now? Oh geez. Oh wait, no, you might not. I forgot because you want to resign. So 1.35 times times 0.85 equals 1. I mean, it's a little number, but we're gonna give you 1.2. Also gonna sign Resign. So there we go. And then, oh, there's still trades that we have to make. There really is. 2 trades to be exact. So number 1 is with the Detroit Red Wings. We already ran through most of the logic for it. Especially, they have 15 mil. How did they not sign Pollock? No answer? Yeah, that's what I thought. Me neither. Yeah, so now they don't want to give up Nyquist, which is kind of sad, but it's all right. You know, you win some, you lose some. There he is, Caleb Jones, and we need you making no money. I'm gonna be frank. You have 6 years left on your deal, so I know that we're gonna have to give up more than just. We're gonna have to give up more than just Parayko, who they technically don't want, but like if they want him, I don't care. Do I give up a rookie goalie or like who do I give up in here? Man, what if I threw you McEachran? Would you do that? Rejected. Okay. But like, hear me out. Like, he's pretty good. I'd give you Corson as well because I don't think he's gonna grow into very much. Okay, we're not. Guess that didn't need to happen. That's cool. What else? You know what? I'd give up Park and like I'd also give up like this fourth. Would that be enough? Oh my gosh, almost. What if I give up a fifth in next year as well? How about that? Rejected. Oh my gosh, you all don't want to give him to me on that price at all. I'll give you my second next year along with Park and Parayko. You won't. Oh my god. Okay, I'll give you a goalie instead. I'll give you Tulipov instead of Park. How's that sound? What about that plus that fourth and a fifth? There we go. Finally. Okay. So let's just there's a team that I have in mind. I want to see what do you have? Forwards. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want them to have Voracek. I don't, and I would love to trade for him, but there's no realistic way where I can make that work cap-wise, playtime-wise, or any other way. However, what I can do is F them. I can make it to where Voracek doesn't play this year, essentially. Because no one's going to want to pay him what he wants, and this team isn't going to be able to afford him when I'm done. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here, and we're going to we want your second, your third, your second, and your third next year. You know what, we'll take a fourth as well. I want all those picks, and I will give you Owen Tippett. And it works perfectly because we're sending him to the opposite conference, right? And on top of this, you look at their forward core. What is Tippett? An 88, I believe? 88? 86, something like that. 86. Okay, cool. So Tippett's an 86 overall, right? So what? Your first line, it's not going to be Voracek because you're not going to be able to afford him. So it's going to be Kachuk, Monahan, and Dubé. Your second line is going to be Hintz, Athanasiou, and him. No, no. So I'm actually somewhat making them competitive while also taking a bit of the competitive edge off. So let's see. Will they accept? They reject. What if I remove the fourth? They reject. What if I change this third to a fourth? How about that? They accept. There we go. That was a big chunk of picks that we got from them, and it kind of messed with them, kind of fixed them. You can make a case either way. There is finally the last person. I actually haven't talked about him. I was looking at it, and we're gonna have to re-sign Sean Walker. I don't want to do that. I don't. I think he's gonna be expensive. So with that in mind, Martinson here is on a 3-year contract. Not a whole lot of potential, or not a whole lot of value. He's a defensive defenseman, which I like. 20 years old. We're gonna see if we can just snag him out of here. Now, what would I give up in a situation like this? Well, I mean, obviously, I would start off by giving up Walker. Okay, that's the big piece here, or not big piece, but you get what I'm saying. They want him, which is nice. We got a rookie skaters here, who I'd give up Suni, because at 23, 74 overall, you're not making the NHL. Or if you are, you're not going to be a top 6 player. So I give up that for Martinson. Can we get that done? Accepted. There we go. Sweet, sweet. So that worked out. So I think those are all the trades that I really want to make right now. Yeah. So now let's just run through the roster real quick. Let's run through the lines. So let's see. For forwards, we're looking at the forwards here. It's going to be Barkov, Denisenko, and Huberdeau. Right? Yeah. Reinhart, Barney, and Almond. And then Caulfield, Foote, and Kovanov. Then a fourth line is going to include Heinen, Terry, and Vetrano. Sweet, sweet. The AHL will cross that bridge when we come to it. Go to the defense. We have Hughes and Ekblad, obviously. Pionk and Reichel. And then Jones and Martinson, probably. Hopefully. But yeah, so that's what we're looking like. I like it. I think that it works well. I think that it'll be a talented roster. With that being said, we still got to simulate a couple days so we can figure out everything with the coaching staff. Okay, we got Melnick. Cool, cool, cool. Caulfield accepted. Abramov renewed. Vivalainen renewed and Kovanov renewed. Sweet. So we have our third line of the future, or at least 2/3 of it. They're locked down long term, so we good to go there. What did I need to do? I needed to go to coaching staff and make sure that our head coach is who it should be. No. HL assistant Bugstad. Get back into head coach. Let me just make sure this doesn't. Yep, he's a perfect match for Reinhardt. Okay, cool. Just had to make sure that it didn't change his chemistries, Yeah, so let's just see. Can we just sign any random AHL assistant coach to be the goalie coach? You. Gordon Clarkson. Get it? Like kind of like Jordan? Kind of like Jordan Clarkson? No? Nobody? Okay, cool. I know. I'll see myself out. It's okay. Or we just get we'll get Emmerich here. Actually, hang on. Is there anybody here who's a goalie coach that's a decent level? No. We'll sort here. Let's see, veterans. There's going to be a ton of them. Goalies. No, thought he was a C. I was like, oh, that's someone I'd like to talk to. Goalies. Man. Ooh. He wants the AHL head coaching position. Jermaine Gardner. I will give you the AHL goalie position, as well as the bag. I will give you the bag, all of the bag, as much as I can offer. And because I don't think he's going to accept, I will go over to you, Kylie Emmerich, give you the AHL goalie coaching position, as well as the bag. So, let's see, can we just get one, please? You know, just really, shore up the coaching staff, be able to go into next year. Bryson Barney renewed, that's big, because he's also going to be an RFA. Remember that. He's going to be an RFA off that deal. So, we'll be able to figure out something then whenever we're away from this huge Barkov contract. So, that'll be nice. Kylie Emmerich accepted. So that means obviously the other guy's going to reject. Yeah, I don't know that you would have accepted either way, but hey. We're going to sim to next season now. I will see you all when we are ready to talk about the lines for the next season. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your Florida Panthers. And I just finished up with the lines. I want to show you all what we have rolling into year 6 before we really get into there. And I'm not going to lie, you know, oh man, every time I want to get out saying something, I just seem to have so many problems. Oh, it's the story of my life. That's actually what my mom's. Anyway, we're going to get away from the dark humor, dark self-deprecating humor. Anyways, now that I've rambled on enough, let's go ahead and let's check out our AHL lines to start off. The team ended up turning out a lot better than I expected it to be. The AHL, the top line is all about getting Chase Stillman set. Okay, 22 years old. This is his make or break year. I need him to get into the low 80s, and then potentially he could be the replacement for Nolan Foote on that third line at some point. Be nice to see. The second line is about Iginla and Myers, getting them as many points as possible playing alongside Vitaly Armorov. So that's what that line's about. The third line is Corson, Lawrence, and Lutz, which, I mean, they're all just, lower 80 or lower 70s guys who I need to see grow. I don't know if Josh Lawrence is ever going to be able to make the NHL, but at this point, I'm kind of just hoping he can at least turn into the next Nick Baton. An upper 70s guy who I can rely on in this AHL squad. For the defense, we have Siegenthaler and Thompson, Billick and Sparks, and Lahoy and Thorne. All of who, these three are all big, as well as Thompson, even at only 24. Well, he's older than I expected, but we go to the power play. And it's Baton winning the faceoff, but aside from that, he's surrounded by young guys, all who need to get some shots up. The second power play unit is young guys with Abramov because Abramov performs. The four-man power play, again, it's young guys around Baton, and it's honestly this one is entirely young guys. We go to the penalty kill. This is what our fourth liners are for. Get Lawrence a little bit of extra playing time there, because why not? And then Siegenthaler and Billick. Billick crucially does work on the penalty kill. So I'll have to check that. We'll do that before we end the episode here. But Lahoy and Thompson on the second one. Same thing here. We don't need to really go into that too much. These are the four-man power play units. That's how I like to run my 4-on-4. But then the second one we have essentially our penalty kill unit. So we go to 3-on-3. So 3 young defensemen. All of the wingers, it's pretty much all young guys except for Patan, who I put up there as the third line center. So go to extra attacker, and we have Stillman and Iginla. Shootout, I didn't even touch it, but in goal we have Kosa and Ryson, so that should be a good pair. Scratched, we have Rathbone, DeJuice, Clendenning, Wenberg, and Senishin. So if we need an infusion of talent, we have it. And now for the fun part, let's take a look at our NHL roster. Top line remains the same with Barkov, Denisenko, and Huberdeau. The second line, like we talked about, Barney, Reinhart, and Allman. Barney up to an 88. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. Then we look at the third line. We have Foote, Kovanov, and Caulfield. This line turned out better than I expected. I'm going to be honest with you. And these two are signed long term as well, 8 years for each one of them. So it's nice to see. It really is. Something else to note, just for future reference here. +3. Not bad. Definitely not bad. The fourth line is taking a -1, but it's in the spirit of growing Antti-Tukio, as he is the future of the penalty killers here. He really is. And there is a way for me to be able to make this a 0 if I take off Heinen and I put Vetrano in, but Heinen is better at faceoffs, and this line needs centers for the penalty kill. Well, a center, because Tukio, even though he's a center, 62 faceoffs. For defense, Hughes, Ekblad, Reichel, and Pionk, and then Martinson, who grew up to 80, and Jones. Martinson, who crucially is on a 3-year contract for less than $1 million, and Jones, who's on a 6-year contract or 5-year contract for less than $1 million. We run over to the special teams and we take a look at the power play. We have Huberdeau, Barkov, and Barney, Denisenko, and Hughes. This is the top line plus Barney, who I'm trying to grow, and Hughes. Nothing shocking there. Kovanov steps up as that second line right winger, and Caulfield gets to play the point with Pionk. Actually, we're going to switch that because of the righty and lefty. if I'm not mistaken, lefty and righty. Yep, I mixed up their sides, but still. And then on this one, I actually ended up. I wanted to change that. There we go. Yeah, and then Caulfield, I actually do want to take off for Almond. You know, we want to grow the guy. We have him signed long term as well, so I want to see him grow. Pionk, yeah, we're gonna have to replace Pionk at some point, but hopefully it's no time soon. The power play or penalty kill, we actually get a +5 and a +3, which is beautiful. Heinonen, Terry, Ekblad, and Jones gets our +5, and Barkov, Tukio, Reichel, and Martinson with the +3. Three-man penalty kills are the same, +1 and +1. Go to extras here. This is the four-man power play, like I said. And then this one is our two third-liners with the two best defensive defensemen. Going to the 3-on-3, it's Ekblad, Hughes, and Pionk with all of our three best wingers and the three best centers. Extra attacker, Barkov and Huberdeau, because, I mean, there's no one else it should really be. Shootout, I didn't even touch. And in goal, we have Spencer Knight and Vevalainen. For scratched, we do have Vetrano, just in case that fourth line doesn't work and Tukio does not perform like I hope. But yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we are looking like rolling into year 6. Man, time flies when you're, dominating the NHL. We're going to definitely see... I can't wait to get into NHL 22. I'm so excited for that. I want to see though, Boyu, what is your penalty kill strategy? Oh, it was there. Diamond. Okay, cool. Bugstad, what is yours? Diamond. Perfect. So Billick will work on the penalty kill. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at the contracts real quick just to see what we're doing this year, this offseason. Obviously, Ekblad's going to need to be re-signed. Reichel is the other big one. Donato wants a new deal. I don't want to pay you that. That's not going to happen. I'll pay you 1 year. Yeah, less than $1 million, sure. Senishin and Stillman. Okay, we're going to lock up Stillman here long term. Yeah. We'll get you at $900K for 8 years. Worst comes to worst, he's an AHL player for the rest of his career. Just like, what's his face? Just like Josh Lawrence. So, I'm not afraid of any of that. Obviously, I want to keep these guys. A lot of these guys are pretty crucial. We're actually going to let Clendenning walk. And then go ahead and get a 8-year contract here going for Josh Lawrence. There we go. Thank you, buddy. We have Dorsett to add next offseason. So that's what the contract situation is looking like. In goal, Gogolev to sign. Yeah, so. All right, it has been a pleasure to be able to rant at you all and work through this offseason with you all. It's been a lot of change, big changing of the guard here with the loss of Tippett and Parayko. Two key pieces to this dynasty. I mean, I think we can officially say that is that, we have brought a dynasty to Sunrise, Florida. We've put it on the map, and we have officially showed everybody else that Florida is not to be messed with. But you know what? Every season is new, and this is our next chance to be able to show them once again that we are a force to be reckoned with. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff. Let me know what you all thought of the video, what you all thought of the moves that I was able to make. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.